Hey, this is Ben. This is the 55th stanza of The Art of Peace. Almost halfway through. It's very active. Breeze. Sound. Sound and sensation. Sound and sensation. So the sound being created by the wind is also what's creating the sensation of touch on my face. I can feel the direction. I can see the direction of the wind. It's to the left, and right to left. Kind of the trend of the wind. From there I come into my ground. My ground is being influenced by two things. Right when I started, I really made an attempt to send my sacrum backwards. So I just kind of right now I'm kind of reaching down and sending my sacrum back, like I'm arching my back. In yoga it's like cow pose. Anyway, I'm keeping my chin down. I'm really reaching back. And it's almost like there's this kind of melting. It's like little bits of movement are showing up in the form of new sensation. And it's down low, and if I go down low, in the lowest part of my ground, at my ground, where the ground touches earth, are 2 points of influence. One is at my left ankle, outside of my left ankle, where there's a root jamming up into it. If I send my heel down, outside edge, that changes it, but it adds a whole brand new element. So now I've got exertion going through my energies being required at my foot to sustain this position. So one sensation has been exchanged for another. There's also sensation going on in my right ankle, but it's not at the kind of the ball of the ankle. It's further down on the outside edge. And when I apply pressure into that side, there's this sense of I can do it, but I can get it done, but and then the right side is I got this, fine, go. So my left ankle goes you okay? All right, okay, we got it. Yep. We can do it. Not as much confidence. Now in the right, it's just like, all right. I got both inside me at the same time. Well, okay, yep. Oh, wait. Ooh. And then I'm good. In that instant, my tailbone tucked under. I'm beginning to notice that my tailbone, the position of my tailbone is pouring backwards. So it's like if my pelvis was a bowl, the bowl would be kind of dumping cereal backwards. Imagine my pelvis was a bowl of cereal. Let's say Lucky Charms. I used to love Lucky Charms. It would be spilling out the back, and kind of like the front of my pelvis is kind of tilting up and into my body. So that's my default. Now if I start to shift that and send my tailbone back, send the tail back, flatten out the bowl. Tail back, flatten out the bowl. It's a totally different experience, especially at the feet, and I feel a lot of work in my lower back. Now, I just released the front of my core. I just let my belly out. I was holding it in. And I tell you, a lot of what I'm understanding about my body presently is coming from just playing around with the different postures Allegra takes. My kid is just present. She's just present with all the fluctuations in her body. And so her body is just doing this and doing that. So she's not thinking about shit. She's not planning shit. She's just in shit. Up in it. She took the biggest shit you've ever seen in your fucking life this morning. And she sat on the way home. I didn't smell it. I didn't recognize it until she was home. I didn't recognize that she had this huge dump in her diaper until we got home. Or maybe she did it while we were on the way home. But lordy day. And she couldn't be bothered. So anyway, I watch the positions that she typically takes without any even thought that she's in them, and I try to mimic them. And so one of them is her little belly is never sucked in unless she's sucking it in for some purpose. And laughing, talking, everything. You know, her core is just constantly interacting, but at its resting position is not pulled in. So my resting position in my core is this kind of pulled in. And so if I let that out, it feels really weird. Like it feels unnatural, but it takes some of the pressure off my lower back. It feels unnatural. But as I stick with it, the sensation that was at my lower back is no longer there. There's new sensation now in my heart space, and I just breathed into that. Felt it in my sides, like the way you open it. In that space that you can look for the different pieces that are there. And that it's one of those pieces, one of those little light bulbs that's available at any given moment. Anyway, here's the 55th. It is necessary to develop a strategy that utilizes all the physical conditions and elements that are directly at hand. The best strategy relies on an unlimited set of responses. King, out.